You're listening to 1 Minute Podcast Tips. I'm your host, Danny Brown, and each episode helps you be a better podcaster. Find all the latest episodes at 1minutepodcasttips.com or 3 wherever you get podcasts. And now, this week's episode. When you first start a podcast, it can be confusing as to which podcast app you should put your podcast on. There's Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and a lot more. And it can be a bit overwhelming thinking, do I need to submit my podcast to all these apps? So a lot of people just choose Apple and Spotify. And while there's nothing wrong with that, it does limit the potential listeners your show can have. So what I recommend is submitting to all the podcast apps that you can. Now, I know I just said that can seem overwhelming, but the great news is your podcasters should make it super easy to submit your podcast automatically. There's also a great resource on industry publication Pod News that shows all the apps you can submit to. And I'll leave a link to that in the show notes, so be sure to check them out after the episode. So yeah, submit to as many podcast apps as you can and don't leave any listeners on the table. It's free and it's easy, so why would you miss it? Until the next time, happy podcasting. Thanks for listening. If you're enjoying 1 Minute Podcast Tips, be sure to leave a 5-star rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and help others find the show too. Until next time, happy podcasting.